Shalom, shalom to you, brothers and sisters out there. Shalom to you, my brothers and sisters. This is your brother, Mori Aria Israel, for right here for Liberation Tabernacle of Yah and also Liberation Tabernacle Ministries. Oh, what a pleasure and delight it is to be in here one more time with you, my brothers and sisters. Oh, what a pleasure. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So all praise and all glory and all honor goes out to our sustainer, our creator of the heavens and the earth and everything therein. All we give all gratitude and praises to you, Abba Yah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I just want to drop in here today, brothers and sisters, and talk to you momentarily. As always, foremost, before I get in it, if I can get my words right up in here, get a little tired tongue, y'all. Get a little tired tongue. Before we get started, I always got to say a thank you, each and every last one of you who participate in listening to the videos and watch the videos, and those of you who recently have subscribed to the channel. I greatly do appreciate you as well. And I greatly do appreciate you as well. And I pray the Most High Yah that you receive something out of the message that I share here. So I greatly do appreciate you as well. So thank you again. And don't forget, you also can catch the podcast right there on the various podcasting sites, such, outside of right here on YouTube and TalkShoe. You can catch the podcast right there on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, the Apple Podcasting Store, Pandora. See what else, y'all. It's just wherever you get your podcast at. Whatever you get your podcast, you can listen to the audio as well. So let's get into it today. Today, I just want to drop in momentarily, y'all. This is not going to be a long one for sure this time. Just want to just say something. Just got to get this off my chest, as they say. Christians, Christians act like, and I got to use this title, y'all. Christians act like so-called Old Testament followers only. Don't believe in the Most High. Yeah, yeah, I got to say that, y'all. You Christians out there, those who claim to be Christians or follow, y'all say the Christian faith or Christian theology or whatever it is, y'all got to stop acting like those of us who follow, we call it Tanakh, y'all call it Old Testament. Why do y'all act like when we say that we follow the Tanakh only, which y'all call Old Testament? Let me just use the word Old Testament tonight. I'll just use that for momentarily. All right, all right. Why do y'all act like when we say we just follow the Old Testament only, y'all terminologies? Y'all act like we saying that we don't believe in the Most High. That's why y'all act. I mean, that's the response like that we basically get when we say that. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, is y'all responds, y'all probably don't see it that way. But y'all, that's how it is. Y'all act like we really just said that we don't believe in the Most High because we said maybe we don't follow the so-called New Testament. We are not students of the New Testament. We don't believe in, follow the teachings of Jesus or nothing. I mean, that's how y'all truly do act. Y'all got to stop that foolishness. Because if we're saying that we follow Tanakh only, y'all know we got to be saying, we have to be saying that we follow the teachings and instructions of the Most High. I don't read it because that is the highest thing ever. We don't care about nobody else what they're saying. We are following the words of the Most High. No, nothing. Nobody else matters. Nobody at the hell. The prophets ain't higher than the Most High, even though they're important. They are just vessels, though, right? That's all they were, vessels. They're not important more than the Most High. I'm gonna say it like this here. Even your Yahweh Shai, even your Yeshua, aka Jesus, ain't higher than the Most High. And I know. Oh, that's gonna step on some toes right there. That's gonna step on some toes right there. And I'll tell you though. I think about this though as well. And the reason, some way, when we say that we don't subscribe to that New Testament, and the reason, in some form or fashion, for some of y'all out there as Christians, y'all read the reason that y'all probably act like that we saying that I kind of act in a way that we saying that we don't believe in the Most High is because some of y'all believe that aka Jesus is God in flesh. That's why. One reason. That's why for some of y'all who believe that as Christians. Now, some of y'all as Christians, y'all act like y'all ain't never heard that before. Because I've asked people, I ain't never heard that before. I don't know where you been. I don't know where you been. What church you been in? What church you been in? But yeah, because Christians, most Christians do believe that Jesus, I'm gonna use this terminology from the King James Bible because they talk about the King James Bible, wasn't the King James Bible and things. For Christians, that's what they use. They don't use Yahshua, none of that. So Yahweh Shai or any of those names, they use Jesus. So I'm talking. This is for the Christians tonight, not you messianics, none of that right there. I'm talking about to the Christian community because this is where we have a lot of issues at right here, right? As us as Israel, we try to talk to them about the Bible, and we are, and then when we giving them instructions and trying to get them to understand even what they believe, and I've been trying to even talk to Christians and help him understand what they believe, and boy, it's a problem. Number one, because they know that I say I'm Israel, I'm an Israelite, or I practice a form of Judaism. Oh, and that's a problem. That's a problem. And I don't, and especially when I say I don't really subscribe to that, they're calling the New Testament. Oh, Lord have mercy. And especially when I get to going in on Paul. Boy, they go crazy when you go in on Paul. They can really give a damn about how much you care. I'm just be flat foot with it, y'all. Can I be flat foot with it? Can I get flat foot with it? Yeah. They don't really give a damn how much you even say about what you may talk against the four gospels, but you better not say a doggone word up against Paul. Them Christians go crazy, Lord, how much they go crazy when you talk against Paul. I mean, you can talk against Yahweh Shai, aka Jesus. The hell, they wouldn't care but nothing about that. But you better not say nothing about that damn Paul. But anyway, um, but Christians though, check this out though. Even when I go into books such as Matthew, right? I'll talk about Jesus because they're claiming that these are the words of Jesus, the red writing. I have one of the King James versions with the red writings. And when I go through this here, right? Um, here's one for instance. Here's one for instance. Because it talks about this Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. It says, let your light shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Now, this red writing, it's the red writing tell you it's the blood letters of so-called Jesus. Now, this is supposed to be the word that Jesus is right now. Remember now, if he's speaking this at this moment and he's saying that to glorify your Father is in heaven, so he was standing there amongst these people at that time saying this. So wait a minute, he was talking about somebody else that was in heaven in the Shemayim. He wasn't talking about himself. So he's saying glorify the Father which is in heaven. He ain't saying nothing about himself because he was right there saying these words. So again, we follow, if y'all want to be technical about it, Christians, we as y'all call Old Testament only, we follow who Yahshua, aka Jesus, would have followed the instructions who the person he would have, well, we can't say person, but who he would have followed. And who it was who? Abba Yah, the Most High. That's what he says. Because what else place did he even say? There's else places that he said that, according to y'all, his writings in here, what they said that he says, I do nothing of myself, but what I see the Father do, I do. Number one, let me say it again. What did he say, y'all? He said, I can do nothing of myself, but what I see the Father, Abba Yah, do, I do. So what's the problem with us only want to serve Yah only? Huh? What's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? Because if he keep referring us, Yahshua, aka Jesus, keep referring us back to the Father, What's the problem with us just stealing, but just the Father alone? What we need Jesus for? I know y'all gonna say the sacrifices and all of that, but come on now. That we listen here. That we don't want to deal with that. We don't deal with that because y'all have to understand the whole thing about sacrifice, a sacrificial law anyway. But my point going still is that he keep pointing. If he keep pointing you to the Father this, the Father that. What's wrong with us want to serve the Father only? We don't need nobody else because he seemed to didn't need nobody else. Because if he kept saying that himself, like here we go. Here's another one. Here's another example. Where we at? We are still in Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. Check this out. Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. It says, Be therefore perfect. Let me see here. Yeah, be therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Huh? He's telling you to be ye perfect as your Father is in heaven. Not be ye perfect as, because they say Jesus never sinned. That's what they teach. They said Jesus never sinned. He was perfect. But Jesus ain't saying nothing right here about him being perfect. Who did he tell you was perfect? He didn't say, Be ye perfect as I am perfect. What did he say? He says, Be ye perfect as your Father in heaven. The Shamayim, one more time, y'all, is perfect. He keep referring you back to the Father. So if I keep on reading this right here, y'all, every time this man is keep referring us back to the Father. When he even prayed, what was it prayer, y'all? They call the Lord's Prayer. Then y'all remember that? Y'all remember that thing called the Lord's Prayer? Let's go and find it. Let's go and find it. What did it say, the Lord's Prayer? What did he say? Let's see. Let's get this here. It says, Our Father. I start off Matthew 6 and 9. No, was it? Yeah, Matthew 6 and 9. When he asked him, How should we pray? He says, After this, he said, After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which is in heaven. Our Father which is in heaven. So I'm just keep on seeing this thing. He talking about our Abba Yah, our Yah, Abba Yah, our Father, which is in, as we say in the Hebrew, the Shamayim, which is in heaven. He keep talking about the Father. So if I didn't even know nothing about what they call the Old Testament, and I start off like some people try to do, they make you start in the back of the book, which y'all call the New Testament. If I'm constantly seeing them talk about the Father, some gonna should spark my curiosity to find out who is this Father that he keep referring and keep referring back to it. I need to. I want to know who is this. Who is this? So I'm gonna go back there because some gonna take me back to finding out who is this person he keep talking about. Who is this Father he keep talking about? But at the end of it, he says, like in verse 14, 16, 14, he says, for if ye forgive men their transgressions, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their transgressions, neither will your Father forgive your transgressions. Keep on talking about the Father, y'all. So if he's, like I said it one more time. Now here's verse, let me jump down to 6 and 18 right fast. It says, I'm reading King James tonight, y'all, that thou appear unto men to fast, but unto the Father which is in secret, and thy Father who sees in secret shall reward thee openly. He said, talked about again, but the Father which is in secret, and the Father, he keep on talking about the Father, y'all. So I don't. Why do I need somebody else, and why I got to keep on worrying, looking at something else? When again, now if y'all say Yahshua, people say Yahshua, then come as he said, I didn't come to change the law. I mean, I didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets. Y'all listen here. If he didn't come to destroy it and do away with it, why do I need him? Hmm? When and if he just coming to reiterate, right? What is y'all say what it was talking about? All I need to do is just stay in the Tanakh and just keep on reading the Tanakh. As y'all call it the Old Testament Christians. That's all I need. I don't need nobody else because if I got the Old Testament already, it's y'all calling Old Testament. What did I need with something else? I already got the writings. I already got this. And if he's supposed to be quoting from this, you know what I'm saying? If he's quoting from this, that's all I need is that. And that is leading me back to the Father, which he's supposed to be doing, right? That's all I need is a. So what's the problem, y'all? I'm just trick. I'm trying. I'm really serious. I'm trying to. I ain't seriously trying to figure it out. But what is the problem with y'all with that? Y'all got a because I know y'all. I know y'all don't really understand because y'all been told Christians that you can't get to the Father. You can't get to the Father except you go through Jesus. But still, when y'all say you can't get to the Father, you got to go through Jesus. But the whole mission is to do what? Even when y'all say that, what is the whole mission? What is the mission? To get to the Father. Hmm? That's the whole mission. So my things are we want to skip the middleman. Skip the middleman. Skip all the red tape stuff and just go straight to the Father. Because that's who it's all about anyway, right? Supposed to be until y'all get to Paul. No, until y'all get to Paul, and then Paul don't get y'all something totally different. Don't get y'all totally. It's all about Jesus. When y'all get to Paul, it's all about him. It ain't about the Father no more. When you get to Paul, but see, that's what y'all so mixed up on and twisted up on. But anyway, I just want to say that, man. Christians, quit acting like, man. When we say we don't deal with the so-called New Testament, y'all quit acting like we damn atheists. We said we atheists or something. When y'all say, well, what you study, bro? I don't deal with that so-called New Testament. Quit acting like we just told y'all that we are atheists or agnostics or something like that. We still saying, well, we say, well, I just deal with the what y'all call the Old Testament. We call it Tanakh. Hey, I'm dealing with the most important part there is, and that is the Most High, the Creator, hmm, and His instructions. So I'm dealing with the most important part. So all the other stuff that y'all talk about is basically irrelevant. It's basically irrelevant because we got to go because y'all got to go back. Because don't some things in that so-called New Testament take you back and so-called go into the Torah or the Tanakh, as y'all call Old Testament, and refer back to it, make reference to it, huh? It does, don't it? And number one, Christians, y'all wouldn't even have. Let me see here. Let me say it again. There would not be. I need to make this clear to you Christians, some of you Christians out there that be tripping off of us when act a damn fool when we come and trying to talk to y'all and tell y'all about this Bible and give y'all some understanding of even how y'all even got what you got. There would not be, especially when y'all tripping off us Israelites, the Israelites or the Jews, whatever you want to call us, because y'all have a hatred for brothers and sisters who say they Israelites. Yeah, y'all do. Y'all have a true hatred in y'all heart, and y'all don't even realize it. When some of y'all don't even realize it. When a brother or sister say he's an Israelite, y'all have a damn problem. Y'all act like then y'all start acting like we damn near we say we Satan or something. Uh-huh. Y'all have a hatred for Israelites. And if it wasn't for doggone Israelites, you wouldn't have what you got today. Let me say it again. You wouldn't have no damn Christianity. And I'm sorry I gotta say it like that, but there wouldn't be no such thing as Christianity if it wasn't for the Israelite tradition. You can call it religion, whatever you want to use. You wouldn't have no such thing as Christianity. Because out of Christianity come what? All your books tell you. It tell you, but it might say Judaism. That's where your Christianity come from. You wouldn't have, as you say, your foundation without the foundational belief of the Israelite tradition or Judaism, you wouldn't have nothing. So quit acting like you got a problem with us as Israel when we gave you your foundation. Our ancient scriptures, our ancient writing gave you what you got today. So you got a problem with us. You got a problem with Yah. So go on and create something else or have something else, because we gave you your start. But y'all got a problem with us when we come and try to tell you what the scriptures is actually about. Now y'all got a problem when you got it from us. You might have twisted it up and don't, figured it into something else and molded it into something different. But y'all got it from us. You got your foundation. You got your main ingredients came from us. Huh? You got your ingredients to make your Christian cake from us. So quit acting a damn fool when we trying to come and truly explain to you what the Bible or the Hebrew scriptures are all about. You better listen, because hell, what y'all around here following and stuff that Paul and some of these other damn so-called church fathers don't gave y'all. And I got some stuff I want to show y'all later, but that's gonna be another video. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff, how these people which was the word y'all trying to use some Jesse Jackson word, concocted it on mixtape, chopped and screwed down in Houston, Texas, chopped and screwed some stuff, sat down and made up some stuff. Because here we go, just for one. If Jesus was supposed to have been divine from the start, why did they have to come together with a damn a council of men to try to decide if he was divine, if he was dead in the first place, why they had to have a council to decide? Well, we're gonna see if he's divine or was he just man, huh? That show y'all a lot of the foolishness and doctrine y'all got. What they say, y'all, the doctrine and commandments of men. That's exactly what it is. And I'm gonna get some stuff, y'all. I got some stuff that I'm gonna put together, but not tonight. I've been buying up some other books and man, getting my stuff together. I'm gonna show y'all something here. See, I study little things here, man. I want to know. I'm nosy, y'all. I'm nosy. I even went today and I went to a bookstore, a Christian bookstore. I had to get this other Bible. I got the law scriptures over there, but I even had to go back and get this because I want to show y'all something. Yeah, I want to dig back into the Christianity treasure chest, and I want to show some things. Now, this here is called the Lost Books of the Bible. Y'all know some of y'all don't see it. The Lost Books of the Bible. Yeah, I want to go in here back into the infancy story, and I want to look at some stuff because I seen there was some brothers the other day having a debate again. I see a lot of Israelites, especially Israelites, been having these debates with Christian over the virgin birth. Uh-huh. And we see a lot of some of these Christian Israelite groups. They want to say that um, they be trying to read straight from the Bible now, Matthew, and say, well, Joseph was that baby's daddy. Joseph was that baby's pappy. But according to what is written there, it don't say that. It don't say that. It do talk about like they might not use the word immaculate conception, but hell, in this conception and what they read, it's kind of say that. But I have been something in here that they didn't decide to put in there. They didn't want to put that in there, but this lost books of the Bible goes into a lot of things, y'all. I'm not and tell it kind of tells the stories in depth, more than the gospels that they have in those canons. And I want to even talk about these canons one day. But yeah, this is one of the things I got. So even the church, y'all want to say I talk about what's the church? What's the church? See, Christians, I'm gonna say I don't even follow with the religion of Christianity, but but I'm a student though. I like to learn things. I want to know. I'm nosy like that, y'all. I'm kind of nosy. So even today, I went into as I was in the bookstore, I got into this here. Cause see, I remember my brother told me long time ago. This is here, the church history. Y'all see this one here. I went into it was a brother told me long time ago, many moons ago. The brother I think I might have told y'all this, but it's worth it to tell y'all again. I used to see the brother, he was a Muslim brother. And I see the brother, he was studying Buddhism, he was reading books on Buddhism and every religion there was. I mean, he was reading on them. I'm like, I say, bro, I asked him one day, hey, bro, you Muslim, right? And at that time, I started getting ready to practice Islam. And I was asking him, he like, yeah, yeah. I was like, bro, I be seeing you reading on Buddhism and all that though, but I knew you was Muslim. And he was like, yeah. But and like he told me though, he said, brother, how can you tell another man what's wrong with it? Well, what's wrong with what he's following if you really don't know nothing about what he's or she follow. And a lot of times people do that. Like I said, even again, Christians, y'all be acting like y'all like we following something wrong when we're saying we're following Tanakh only, or we just follow just a Torah only, or the I'm saying the Tanakh only. Y'all call Old Testament, and see y'all to have no clue, no idea actually what the Tanakh or can I say it like this, or what Judaism is all about. I know some of my Israelite brothers gonna say we don't about no Judaism, but see y'all understanding. You gotta understand now. Y'all gotta understand too. You gotta understand what this thing is about. See, if y'all have no real clue about the true foundational beliefs and historical events of the Israelites, that's why y'all have such a problem with us because you have no understanding. So, like my brother said, how can you tell another man at his religion are wrong or right when you have no knowledge of it? So he was studying the things to try to find out the basic tenets of that so-called religion and things. So yeah. So I go in and I still, even though I'm not in the church, but I still, I got to put my Southern Baptist in it, y'all. I still like to learn things so I can talk when I'm talking about something. I have a backdrop, a history on it. So yeah, this goes through the history of the church. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So even today, even with that, let me show y'all this one. I got a couple of things I just got today to add to my library. And even today, I got this one right here. Big thick book, man. Yeah, this is on sale for $7. $7. Yeah. Today's religion. Today's religion. Now, like I said, this was at a Christian bookstore, but it says talking about secular religions, non-Christian, cult, and occult and cult. But this book goes into, like I said, today's religion. Let me get the table of content here, brothers and sisters. Let's see here. But it goes to every religion. It goes through all the religions. It even has something about Judaism. Let me see. Where's the table of context at? Come on here, brother. Ariah, get it. It goes in the first chapter, talk about what is a cult, characteristics of a cult, the beliefs of Orthodox Christianity, Hare Krishna, Jehovah Witness, Mormonism. It goes through a lot, man. I'm telling you, this thing here goes through a lot. Occult phenomenons, black mass, demons. You got all of, I mean, just it's a lot in here. Magic, the Ouija board, talk about that. Rosicrucianism, Satanism, spiritualism, necromancy, superstition, witchcraft. But as far as the other religions, it says understanding non-Christian religions. It talks about the Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Confucianism, Taoism, Shainism, Zoroastrianism. How you pronounce that, y'all? Zoroastrianism. I can't pronounce that word right. Y'all get it right. Judaism, Islam, and Shaikhism. There's a lot of other things in here. Talk about atheism, agnostics, and skeptics, and Marxism. And there's a lot of things this book actually goes into. And I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see this table of context. Let me see. No, not really. There we go. That's one portion. Yeah. So yeah, this is a was a good deal. $7, $7, yes, sir. So it goes into all the day's religion and things of this nature. Yeah. So yeah, so I like to build my library up, y'all. So I have a little knowledge on this list, some, you know what I'm talking about, y'all. Gotta have a list, some on it. But this is here is also, I got this one today, man. Uh the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Bible Facts. Yeah, man. It's Illustrated Encyclopedia of Bible Facts. Got this one as well. Now, I got it from off in a Christian bookstore. And the reason I went there, I had to get it because I wanted this. So this is where they had the lost books of the Bible. This boy, they had that at. So I knew they sold it there. So that's why I was at the Christian bookstore to get that one. And it even shows you here, go back. You'll see that this thing is action packed, man. I mean, it's loaded. I said action packed, like it's an action movie, but it's loaded. I'm telling you, it's loaded with information. Loaded with information. And this is one thing y'all have to do, brothers and sisters. Um, like I said, man, spend some money on your education. Spend some money on your education. That's I like to say that. Spend money on your education, sisters and brothers. You either know, and I'm trying to find a table of context to give you a little bit of some backdrop on here. This thing is, I mean, it's loaded. It is a great one. You have Bible history, Bible chronology, texts and traditions, and I was reading a little bit on that. Talk about these how they come up with the translations and things, pagan religions and cultures, Egypt. I mean, just oh man, this thing is just loaded. Um, Greeks and Hellenism, the Roman culture. I mean, it's just loaded. I'm telling y'all, it's just loaded. Jews, and they talk about Jews in the New Testament. Y'all know how to skip through that to find, look at that. Yeah. But the illustrated, one more time, this is the illustrated encyclopedia of Bible facts. Yes, sir. So I spent a little my money. I spent a little money on, trying to educate myself. But this was another one. But this is from now this here was basically, I guess it was in a Christian bookstore. I just nosy and want to see. That's why I purchased it again. It says the feast days of the Bible, the feast days of the Bible. And y'all see what they have in there. They got Pesach, which is Passover. They got Sukkot, which they call Pesach, the trumpets, Rosh Hashanah. They got the Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement. They got the tabernacles. Now, this is in a Christian Bible store. And y'all see what they got on here. The feasts of the Bible. So they know, and y'all see the names on there, what they got in there, right? The Hebrew names and all of it. So that means they know about the true feast days. They know about the true feast days, but they still insist on having Christmases, Easter, and things of that nature. And this book, and they got even Shabbat, talk about the Shabbat. Now, even chapter 1 starts off Shabbat. It says Shabbat rest, the Passover, the unleavened bread, first fruits, Pentecost, teach you about truly what Pentecost is about. Like I said, the Feast of Trumpets, the day. But they do not like it's funny that they have this, and this is a lesson book, right? You take a course, it's like the Shabbat, and they have like sections, and you gotta follow along with it. What it says at the top, it says follow along and take notes. They have portions how you supposed to do that. Now these are Christians. This is a Christian bookstore. They know about these feast days, but why in the Jane Brown get down are they not observing them? Because they say Jesus was a Jew, right? Hmm. Well, let's say that. No, no, let's get the other name right. Let's do it right this time. They say some people say Yehoshua, Yeshua, Yahweh Shai. He was a Yuhadin. He was a Jew, right? These would have been the feast days that he would have followed. So Christians, I'm asking y'all, why aren't y'all? If you claiming to be followers of Jesus, or I mean, I can't use Jesus in this instance here. If y'all followers of Yeshua or Yahushua, Yahweh, why aren't you following what he followed? He would have been keeping Yom Kippur. He would have been keeping Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. He would have been keeping the Passover, Pesach. He would have been keeping the Feast of Trumpets. Huh? Day of Unleavened Bread. He would have been doing that. Why did y'all do it? Because y'all got these books in your Christian Bible bookstores. So that mean you know about them. You got lessons on it. This is a book of God, and you take notes and everything, and they're teaching you all about them. Why in the Jane Brown y'all not doing that? Why in the hell y'all got Easter and all that old stuff? Huh? So yeah, I still buy. I go. So you see, I purchase Christian books to see, to get the whole history and backdrop, because I got to educate myself. So to educate y'all out of it, I got to know what you into. I got to know exactly the ins and out, which I already knew a lot, but I still got to go into it. So when I'm talking to people, y'all, some people just think you just running your mouth, and it's awfully funny. Christians who don't, you try to tell them, And I got people who be mad as I don't know what when I question them on certain things that they have no knowledge. That's why I say, man, these Christian pastors, y'all are failing these people out here. Y'all are failing these damn congregations. And what I mean, you're failing them because you're not properly teaching them a doggone thing how to even understand the Bible. Some of them don't even understand when you say the word epistles. They don't have a clue what an epistle is. They don't understand that these are those letters are conversation pieces. They don't know that. They don't know that because y'all too busy jumping over here, jumping over there. They don't know how to look at and read those conversations. And even if you may take a verse, what you're doing, you're taking a verse, you're taking a piece of a quote. Basically, that's all you're doing. When you take a verse and you're quoting some like I don't know, like trying to think of something right fast. Um, hell, I can't think. I wasn't no right fast. Let me grab one. I gotta find something. Even when y'all quoting Paul, because I was trying to think of some Paul, because that's what they always quoting Paul. They always quoting Paul. Um, let's see. Let's get it. Let's get James. I like James. I like James though. See, even with James, get to saying, "Faith without works is dead. I can show you my faith by my works." That was a quote. That was something a conversation that he was using. And that means he was having a conversation with somebody, by the way, and he was talking up against Paul, basically, y'all. And I got something that's going to go into that too. But he was talking against what Paul was teaching about. You just got to have faith. So James was saying, hey, I can show you my faith by my works. Because remember, Paul says that nobody is saved by works. But anyway, so when we take that, only thing we're doing this was he was actually having a whole full conversation. But when we take that and saying it to somebody, we just using that as a quote. We just quoting piece of that conversation that James was having. That's all what we're doing. All what we're doing. We're taking a piece of the conversation that he was having, and we just use it as a quote. That's it. I was trying to use something else, y'all. I'm getting kind of like brain dead on this right now. It was something else that Paul said. I'm trying to find some what Paul was saying. Got to get some other quotes that Paul was saying. I get some Paulinian stuff here. Trying to see, y'all. Here we go. Let me see. Romans. No, this First Corinthians 9:20. And it says, and unto the Jews I became a Jew that I may gain the Jews, to them that are under the law and under the law. Now, yeah, as under the law. Let me read it about y'all messing it up. Um, First Corinthians 9:20 one more time. And unto the Jews I became as a Jew, that I may gain the Jews, to them that are under the law, as under the law, that I might gain them that are under the law. Wait a minute, hold up, Paul. I thought you were the Jew by birth. I know he can't answer me, y'all, but I thought he was a Jew by birth. What do you mean? And unto the Jews, I became a Jew. Wait a minute, y'all. I thought they said he was a Jew by birth through his father. I thought he said he was a Benjamite. So how did you become a Jew that you may gain the Jews? That's why they talk about this thing, y'all. Paul that he's all things to all people. Y'all want to follow that damn fool, but never mind. I don't know the video when he's supposed to be back there. But see that he became all things to all men, and that's what y'all are doing. Some of you Christian pastors out here, yes, we got a show I'm gonna do about that tomorrow night. I got some Christian pastors, y'all. Let me say this here. Tomorrow night on Blog Talk, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna show y'all. I got to multitask. I know how to behave myself. But on tomorrow night, right there on Blog Talk Radio, at Culture Freedom Radio Network, I'm gonna have some two brothers who are Christian pastors to come on with me tomorrow night, and I want to sit with them. And this is about any doctrine, what the Christianity, what they believe, or none of that. This is about what we're seeing what was going on with these so-called shepherds. They call themselves shepherds. The pastors call themselves shepherds. But what they're doing is misleading a lot of people. All this foolishness. Like, what's this dude? There's some dude that had a New Year's party. Murphy something had a New Year's party. I mean, they cutting up like they in the damn club. Playing Walk It Out and all kind of old crazy music. But tonight we will be discussing right there on Blog Talk Radio, and I probably share this on here on YouTube maybe. Are God's people, and I use this title because I got the Christian brothers coming on. Are God's shepherd, excuse me, are God's sheep in danger because of wicked shepherds? Yes, sir. Are God's sheep in danger because of God's of wicked shepherds? Are sheep in danger because of wicked shepherds? I mean, and hell, that can go for anybody. That ain't just for Christians, y'all. That goes for the Israelite community and all of that. Because we know there's some wicked ass shepherds in Israel too. I'm gonna say it. There's some wicked damn shepherds in Israel as well. Come on now. We ain't gonna play no games now. We ain't gonna play no game. We ain't gonna sugarcoat this because you claim you Israel. We know better than that because we got a whole Bible that tells you how disobedient Israel is. We got a whole Bible on that. We got a whole Bible on that. Hard head, stiff necked people. So we ain't gonna play that game and just blame all the Christians for it. We ain't gonna just blame all Muslims because we got a book on you. We got a record on you, Israel. What they said, a book of life. You got a book on you. So yeah, we want to be talking about this tomorrow night, and I just want to sit down with a brother because we got a what do you say, y'all, a bigger fish to fry tomorrow night. I used to like whiting fish, but I don't know how to eat none of that no more. But we got a bigger fish to fry because and the reason I want to get with them as well because talk about clergy, and there's a reason, and even kind of like going back to the TD Jakes thing. There's a behavior pattern, a way that and I'm just throwing out all spiritual leaders as a way that we should be conducting ourselves, not just as leaders, but as just lay persons as well, all so-called believers in the Most High. There's a way that we supposed to carry ourselves and act accordingly, right? We know we shouldn't be acting like the rest, as they say, the rest of the world act. As in the so-called New Testament said, we are in the world, but not of the world. We shouldn't be acting like worldly folks. That's the way that we should be conducting ourselves. But especially now, especially as so-called clergy, spiritual teachers and leaders. You, oh boy, you kind of like you somebody that held to a higher standard. Not saying you better than anybody else, but you held to a higher standard because you say you are representative of the Most High. You that shepherd. They the sheep, you the shepherd. And you got to watch over the Most High Yah's flock. But as even it says in the Tanakh, my pastors have led my sheep astray. So we're gonna get into that tomorrow night. And I want to get with them because again, like I said, we got a bigger fish to fry. We might have a doctrinal difference, and that's what I want to get into tomorrow. We got to probably have some doctrinal differences. Me as a brother who practice, the Israelite tradition, and them as the Christian tradition. But we have a common, what I would say, an enemy right now. I know y'all been seeing and things, but they all this Satanism now. What they saying is Satanism. That's just running rapid now. Here in the city of Memphis, Tennessee, they have an elementary school. And they've been protesting this thing called Chimbley Rock Elementary. It's Chimbley Rock Elementary. Well, they have now been granted the right to have a Satan's book club. Yeah, a Satan's book club at an elementary school. Elementary school. Yeah, yeah, they already don't start it. They already started. Yes, let me say it one more time. A Satan. See, just because some of you might say, I don't believe in no damn Satanism, but what somebody do and what they're doing, they already are there for you. Because like I said, y'all, I gotta say this. See, sometimes, brothers and sisters, just because we don't believe it, goddamn it, don't mean that somebody else don't, and they not making things manifest and making things happen because what they believe in. Let me say it again. Y'all heard what I said. Just because you don't believe it, goddamn it, sometimes don't make it be necessarily true because you don't believe it, or not true because you don't believe it. That's the word I should have said it. Don't make it necessarily not true because you don't believe it. And so yeah, we might say, oh, ain't no damn such thing as Satan, but they believe wholeheartedly. Like I said, that's why some of them out here, they would do satanic rituals and things and harm and kill people and all kind of stuff because they believe in it. You ain't probably got to believe in it, and you might not, but shit, and excuse my language, they do. All right. So they're reaching down and going into the elementary schools because I tell y'all that, like they said, man, there is always a constant attack on the children. It start with the children first, indoctrinate them first because what? Of their innocence. So yeah, they're going after the babies. They're going after the babies and getting them to. And a woman said it on the television. My wife was listening to it on not on the news. She said, "Lucifer, Satan ain't bad. He's not a bad." That's what she said on the news, right there on the news. He's not bad. Mm. But we're gonna get into so my brothers. I wanted to get them on there, and so like I said, we got a comment, and like I said, that'd be some doctrinal differences, but we ain't even getting into that tomorrow. What we're gonna get into is what we need to be doing as clergy. I don't give a damn if we're saying we're Judaism, we're Jews, we're Christians, we're Muslims. What we need to do, because we see the conditions of the world today and what's happening in our societies, so we have to, and they're attacking. See, whether you say you Muslim, I mean, well, you Israelite, you're a Christian, and we got the same book. We some of us we call the old and the new. Probably some of us got all of it, but whatever it is, they don't want no parts of it to exist. Whether you talk about the Torah, Tanakh, the New Testament. Oh, they don't want none of these fools. Don't want none of it to be in an existence, and us to have none of it. Y'all know what I mean? So we do have in common fight. We have a common fight right now. Our doctrine differences, we can damn near, we got to keep it. We can iron it out along the way. But right now, there's a bigger thing. So when you're looking at society and what's going on, all the murdering and killing that's going on, especially with us so-called melanated people, we got a big goddamn fight on our hand. So we got to figure out what we're going to do as clergy. Y'all get them on, maybe on the Christian end. Hey, tell them that, hey, look, y'all got to stop this killing one another. Hey, well, on our end, it is real. We got to tell, hey, y'all got to stop that because what both of us have in common as Israel and even the Christians about sin, about sin, telling our people to stop sinning. And what is sin? Murdering, is that a sin? Yes, it is. Stealing, robbing, all that is a sin. We got to tell our people to stop that. Stop this foolishness that you are doing and bringing harm to the community. You got to stop it. You got to stop it. So that's what I got, brothers, will be on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time, right there on Blog Talk Radio, Culture Freedom. Let me see it. I'll pull this up, culturefreedom.com. And that's what we're going to be going into. So even though I may be right now saying something about the Christian, but see, I know how and know what we really have to do. And really our true goal that we have to get into and talk about as a whole. As a whole. Y'all see that right there? That's what it is tomorrow night, right there. Culture Freedom Radio Network, right there on Blog Talk Radio. That's what we'll be getting into at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, right here on Blog Talk. On, well, not here, but on Blog Talk Radio. Yes. So it's not, I'm going to say this. We're not going to be talking and banging on each other about no damn doctrine. Let me say that for the now. If somebody try to call in with that, you're not going to do that. Not on that one. I ain't taking up for the Christian. Man, you trying to spare the Christian. No, don't come in there with that damn foolishness because we have something seriously we need to be working out. That's it. Why they got churches in there talk about to walk it out and all that damn silliness that they're doing. Y'all don't understand what they're bringing to there. Well, there's a lot. I've been checking out a lot of the Christian shows and listening to this, preparing for this show with the brothers. And I've been sending them the information to look at. It's some plumb damn foolishness that's going on with these churches, and not just them. I'm just throwing out churches, but even in Israel, there's a lot of damn foolishness. We know we got a lot of crazy ass doctrine in Israel too. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot of crazy damn doctrine that goes on in Israel. Uh, but we bring in but the Christian, because in our community, so-called black communities, we know that is the most influential institution it is in the so-called black communities here in America. Let me say it again if you didn't know. The Christian churches or the church houses are the most influential places of worship here in America. So we have to start there first. Start there first. Because most of our people, that's where they are. Even if they don't go to church, they have a so-called, they've been there, the church background, and they will listen more to the Christian pastors, or yeah, they don't listen to them. They have more of an influence because the pastor said it before they will one of us as Israel or one of the Muslim brothers and sisters. They will listen to the pastor, what the pastor got to say. Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm gonna tell y'all who's a hot pastor right now. That everybody been sharing videos, and when they go to the go-to pastor right now, I gotta say it, y'all. Geno Jennings, Pastor Geno Jennings, whether you like him or not, he is right now to some people. He is the go-to pastor, even to go against other pastors. I'm telling y'all, when I get the videos, I get people sending me videos and sharing stuff with me about what Geno says all the time. So he's the go, and I see it on YouTube. He's the go-to pastor. All the clips everywhere. Geno Jennings roasted Pastor Jamal Bryan. Geno Jennings got on this pastor. Geno Jennings so and so. Yeah, he's the go-to pastor right now. So he's the most influential pastor right now. There's certain things I like that Geno Jennings says, but certain things on doctrinal differences, I mean, doctrinal thing, I know Geno Jennings, his understanding, where he's coming from a Christian perspective, I know that he's a little off on. But because I know where he's coming from, though, that Christian doctrinal background. But there's certain things that he say that he get on a lot of these pastors for about a lot of stuff. Because like one thing, the tithing, and he tell them get a damn job. Hey, I agree with him. So it's like I said, there's some things I agree with him on. He tell the pastor, hey, get a damn job. Ain't nobody got to be supposed to be taking care of you. Hey, you think I'm gonna argue with Geno Jennings on that? No, I'm not. I agree with them because they know if they're so-called Christians, they tell you they no longer under the law. I told y'all I ain't gonna be in here long. Then I'm still in here. But he said, I'm gonna go on out of this one. They tell you you no longer under the law. But ask them, where is the law of tithe and offerings it located? Is that not in Malachi, which y'all call the part of the Old Testament? So why in the James Brown y'all pulling out that out of the so-called Old Testament? But you said the Old Testament is done away with. The law is done away with. But you still using Malachi. Make your damn mind up. All right, y'all. I'm sorry to be so. I ain't mean to be so long. I ain't try not to be so long. But Christians, y'all, quit acting like. Stop acting like that so-called, like I said, so-called Old Testament followers only don't believe in the Most High. Cut that foolishness out. Because just because we say, well, we don't follow the old, well, y'all say the so-called New Testament or the New Testimony, because that's all it is supposed to be, a New Testimony, right? That we don't believe in the Most High. Hell, we sticking to the words of the Most High and Most High words only. We ain't sticking to so-called, because hell, like I said again, I gotta keep reiterating this. Even if I bought the lost gospel, the lost scripture books over there, I got the lost books of the Bible, and I still have not found the lost books of Yeshua, the lost books of Jesus. I don't care what Yahushua. I hadn't found the lost books, none with his so-called name on it. Hmm? I ain't found it, y'all. I ain't found it. So we got books that's been uh so-called written, and hell, there's dispute about that. Who wrote this book? Was he truly the right author? Was Matthew really the right author? So anyway, So we got books that say this person, that's talking about this person, what he said, right? So if I just decide that I don't want to get hearsay, because we know how those books came about, and the what you call it, canalization, y'all, that they decided not to put this in there, they put that in there, but they want to leave out this one. How people, these councils, they say early church fathers decided this book is authentic, that book ain't authentic, we don't want to put this in there. So if I decide, well, hell, I don't want to listen at none of them then, huh? Because the ones y'all choose to put in there and to canonize, hell, I don't want to agree with them. Because let me ask y'all something right fast, y'all. What was the first New Testament? What was the first New Testament? Huh? What was the first New Testament? Let me help y'all out right fast. Y'all know Marcion. Marcion. Y'all ever heard of Marcion? Yeah. Marcion was the first one. Just Google it, y'all. Here we Google it, Bing, however y'all like to do it. Marcion, this person, he hated, as he said, the Jewish God. He said the Jewish God was an evil, mean, damn God. He wanted this all-loving God, as so-called Paul them tried to portray. And they say with this Jesus thing, he's agape, y'all, this all-loving, kind God. The Old Testament God, he said, was a mean mother sucker. Hush your mouth, Isaac Hayes, y'all. Um, but anyway, Paul books, all of Paul, I think it's damn near all of Paul letters was a part of this, the first New Testament. Paul letters and Luke. Google it. The first New Testament. The first New Testament. Paul letters and Luke. And Luke was his homeboy. Y'all know that, right? That was Paul kicking it partner, his homie, his road dog. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, look that up, y'all. Look that up. So if I decide I don't want to go with that. I want to go with the original. I want to go with the original context, what y'all call the Old Testament. I don't know nothing about that new stuff. I ain't sure about that new stuff. That's my prerogative, Bobby Brown. I can do that. Because still, why? Because that book, it does contain what, y'all? What does it contain? When we read something in there, the prophets and things, they say what? That we don't find in the so-called New Testament. I remember Morel Alicia. I got this from Morel Alicia, made a peace and blessed be upon his soul, said that you don't hear no, or you don't see anywhere, or where it's written anywhere where it says, how did he say it, y'all? The Most High don't speak nowhere in the so-called New Testament. What did he mean? The Most High don't speak nowhere in the New Testament. We know it's right. He ain't speaking, but it's written. We don't see in there in the so-called New Testament where it says, and the Most High Yah said so and so. And the Most High Yah God, it was said Lord God, or Most High God. Well, how y'all know what it says? We don't find it in there like we see in the Tanakh. Hmm? Y'all get it? Peep it out. Look it out, Christians. You don't have that in there. Everything is about Jesus said this, Jesus said that. We don't have, but I forgot. I got to remember now. Y'all said Jesus is God. My bad. My bad. But we don't see anywhere where Paul says, gotcha now. Gotcha. But still again, you don't see where Paul's even said that the Lord Jesus said this, the Lord said this. Well, y'all might be talking about Jesus. You don't see Paul saying that. Paul said, he's speaking of his own self. He said, you should be, God is going to judge the world through Jesus by his what? His gospel, his gospel, his good news. That's what he said. That's what Paul said. But he didn't say the Most High. Yah said that he's going to judge the world through Jesus, through my gospel. He didn't even say that, y'all. He didn't say that. So if I choose Christians, say I don't want to deal with that right there. I choose. Hey, I have that's that. Hey, that's fine because you know why? I'm sticking with the word of the creator. I'm sticking with the word Jesus said that I can do nothing of myself, but what I see the Father do, I do. Hell, that's what I want to do. I want to do what the Father, I see the Father do. And what the Father said, hey, that's what I want to go with. So quit acting a fool because I don't want to trust in that so-called New Testament. All right, y'all, I'm gone. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Moriarty, Israel. Till next time, y'all. Peace. Shalom.